Episode 4. The beast beneath the estate gates loomed high and silent as Amara stood in the grand foyer, her coat draped over one arm. She had been cooped up in Asheville Manor for nearly 2 weeks, and today was the first time she'd insisted on leaving alone. Micah had been Cassian, hadn't liked it. "You don't just walk through this world anymore," he'd warned. "My name is on you now, and my name comes with enemies." But Amara had pushed back. She wasn't a bird in a cage. Or at least, she refused to feel like one. Ingrid handed her a sleek black card and a phone with only one number saved, Cassian Drake. "You're cleared for the city," she said, cool and precise. "Stay within 5 miles. And if anything happens, press the panic button." "What kind of anything should I be worried about?" Amara asked. Ingrid didn't answer, only offered a tight smile and turned away. The city was both familiar and foreign now. The streets buzzed with noise and motion, everything that used to feel normal now made. Amara's heart raced, crowds, conversations, the sharpness of daylight after the cold, filtered silence of Asheville. She went straight to her destination, the community center where Micah spent his Saturdays before foster placement. He wasn't there, of course, not yet. But she left a small envelope with the coordinator. It had a note and a keychain she'd picked up in London when they still had their mother. "You're coming home soon. I promise." Her steps were lighter after that dot, but as she walked through the open-air cafe district, the sunlight dimmed just a little. She felt it before she saw it, that slow crawling chill that always meant danger. Someone was watching her. She picked up her pace, turning into a bookstore to shake the feeling. She pretended to browse, fingers trailing across old paperbacks. Then Amara. The voice dropped into her stomach like lead. She turned slowly. Trent, her ex-boyfriend, stood less than 3 feet away. Tall, broad, same cruel smirk, same venom in his eyes. The man who nearly broke her when she was 18. The one who left bruises and excuses behind him every time he touched her. "I heard you married money," he said, voice smooth. "Real classy. Guess you finally figured out how to make yourself useful." She froze. "How did you find me? You disappeared off the face of the earth." "I was curious." He leaned in, and then I saw the photos. You, in that dress, standing next to him. "What's his name? Drake?" Her pulse hammered. "Stay away from me, Trent." But Trent's smile only grew. "Or what, your fancy husband gonna come rescue you?" "You always did like playing the victim." He grabbed her wrist. "I said let go." In a blur, Trent was ripped away from her, slammed into the stone wall of the alley behind the bookstore. Cassian. He moved like a shadow with claws, grabbing Trent by the throat and lifting him an inch off the ground. His eyes weren't just angry, they were feral, glowing with something beyond rage, like he wasn't just a man but a creature made of vengeance. "Touch her again," Cassian snarled, his voice low and razor sharp, "and I'll make sure the last sound you hear is your own throat tearing open." You're crazy." Cassian slammed him harder. "Say one more word." Trent tried to fight back. He landed a weak punch to Cassian's ribs. Cassian didn't even flinch. He leaned in, whispering something that made Trent go pale. Whatever it was, it made him crumple when Cassian finally released him. Trent staggered away, tripping over his own feet before disappearing into the street like a kicked rat. Cassian turned to Amara. His breathing was steady, but his eyes were wild. "You followed me?" she asked. "I never let you out of my sight. I told you I wanted space, and I gave it to you, until he touched you." She stared at him, her chest heaving. "You almost killed him." "I would have," Cassian said darkly, "if you hadn't been watching." Amara's voice shook. "What would have happened if I wasn't?" He took a slow step closer, then another, until they were nearly chest to chest. "I don't have limits when it comes to the people I care about," he said. "If you want a husband who asks permission to protect you, you married the wrong man." Her throat tightened. "You looked like you enjoyed it." He didn't deny it. Instead, he reached out, gently brushing a stray curl behind her ear. "Sometimes," he said. A monster is what it takes to keep you safe from other monsters. They drove home in silence, but Amara wasn't thinking about Trent anymore. She was thinking about Cassian. And the look on his face, the fury, the possession, the danger, and the way her heart had raced not with fear, but with something darker, something she wasn't ready to name later that night. She sat in the bathtub beneath the skylight, warm water rising around her. The bruises on her wrist had already started to bloom. She traced them lightly. The door opened behind her. She didn't scream. Cassian stood there, holding a small box of ointment and a glass of wine. "May I?" She nodded. He knelt beside the tub, rolled up his sleeves, and gently took her hand. His touch was careful, reverent. The same hands that could break a man's spine were now unwrapping gauze with aching tenderness. "You don't have to do this," she whispered. "I do." "Why?" He looked up, and for the first time his voice cracked. "Because someone should have protected you a long time ago." She closed her eyes, and for the first time in years she felt safe. Not because the world was kind, but because the monster in her corner was far more dangerous than the ones outside.